Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Summer Cup 2018 Group Stages broadcast. We're bringing you some more matches from the first round of the Group Stages. Joined with me tonight is Yeesh to bring all that high-level analysis. How you doing, Yeesh?
Doing outstanding. How about yourself?
I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to today's games. We're going to round out the first round, I suppose you could say, day one as it's called, of the group stages here in the Summer Cup, with matches from Group C, D, E, and G, meaning that we would have covered one match so far from each group, which I think is pretty good. It gives us a lot of coverage of everything that's going on in the Summer Cup so far. You're competing in Summer Cup. This is your comeback to competitive, Yeesh. How are you feeling about being back in competitor after being away for so long?
I mean, it's pretty exciting. It's been gone for what, 2.5 months, 3 months. So trying to get back into playing form has been difficult, but I'm ready for the challenge. There's a lot
And
of new scary players out there, so it's not going to be easy. But I'm ready for it.
I mean, Summer Cup has a lot of the newer competitive players in it. The challengers, if you will. Having won the 2017 Summer Cup, are you feeling confident that you can come back and win the 2018 one?
Absolutely. I think for me personally, it's going to depend a lot on my matchups. With people like Manthalus, Catnip, Urand, I've beaten them consistently in competitive play. But with new players like you, Turnip Boy, Pox, Pofke, it might be difficult for me to really understand how they play since I haven't really had a chance to play them at all. So I think with those matchups, it'll be more difficult. I need to get back into form before I play those people.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair enough. Especially just not knowing how people play, and if any meta has shifted in competitive play since I guess SEL kind of was the first real big tournament to be played on New Art. That's a pretty interesting prospect as it is. Tonight, for those wondering, we are going to be kicking things off with these group stage matches. But if you're new to the Summer Cup, if you are just hearing about it now, might as well give a quick rundown of what the Summer Cup is. It's an independent tournament. It's not SEL. For those who follow the SpyParty competitive league, it's its own thing. Been running for 6 years. It's in its 6th year now, and essentially it's a World Cup style format where you have group stages. You play a round robin in your groups, and then the top from the groups head into a knockout stage where they go through the bracket trying to make it to the finals. This year we filled out the groups. 32 competitors are battling their way through. There's 3 rounds obviously in the group stage. You play a round robin, and then the top 2 will progress to the knockouts. The one thing I think that really differs Summer Cup from other SpyParty tournaments is that there is a set map pool. Unlike SEL, where you can draft your way through, Summer Cup follows a map pool that everyone plays the same maps during the different stages of the tournament. As we're in the group stages, the map pool as it stands is Ballroom, Courtyard, Library, and Courtyard. You play one round of each as Spy and Sniper, and then move on to the next one. And you play those maps in the same order. And so everyone across the 8 groups are playing all the same maps throughout their group stage matches. Yish, what's your general thoughts of this map pool format?
Definitely very crowded. There's no 3-5 maps for one. So that means that most of your play is going to come on bigger maps, especially ones like Library, where sometimes the sniper can get overwhelmed. And I think we're going to see a lot of spy wins here, especially among newer players who might not be used to the competitive format just yet. I think on these bigger maps, the spy play, and more importantly, I think staying consistent and calm as sniper, not getting tilted from a spy win, is going to be key for all these players.
Yeah, absolutely. And another cool fact about the Summer Cup is that this year, there is a prize pool as well. First place taking home $100, second 50, Third place taking home 30, with fourth place getting $20 for their efforts. Prize pool generously donated by Royal Flush, Crazy Kaylee, and BRS Kayla. It's pretty fun that we're playing Summer Cup, and we have some prizes to play with as well. Just adds that little extra edge to what everyone's playing for here, Yeesh.
Absolutely. I mean, everything's going to be on the line. I wonder if spies will play more aggressive or more cautious. My inclination is that spies will probably go for fingerprint a lot more soft tells, especially since it's a safer route rather than going for it all and trying to swap rush and win. Seems like a lot of spies might try to play it slow, but you never know in this kind of situation.
No, that's very true. Well, let's get on into the action. Let's queue up game one from Group C, featuring Alexare and Human Kirby. Both these players competed in the Challenger division of the most recent SpyParty competitive league. Alexare placed pretty high up, I believe, in Challenger, did pretty well for themselves, believe in the top 20 of Challenger players, whereas Human Kirby kind of fell between the middle of the pack, and then most recently got knocked out of the Challenger single limb division by Plastics, who is one of the higher tier players. So going to be really interesting to see how these two guys compete in the Summer Cup. Obviously, Summer Cup 100% separate from the SEL. It's I think it just gives us some form of way to kind of predict maybe how games will go.
Yeah, Alexare has a few more games, but Human Kirby's been very active in the community and has definitely. I know he's been practicing a lot, but we'll see. I think pure experience will trump here. My bet's on Alexare to win, but we'll see if Human Kirby can get his revenge.
Well, let's find out. We are going to be jumping onto the ballroom. Human Kirby spying first as Salmon Danger. Let's kick it off in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Human Kirby, Salmon Danger. It's a fairly popular pick in Challenger. A lot of the people I've done research on seem to pick a lot. Surprising me, though, is that Human Kirby is staying here on AI control for quite a bit. So clearly wanting to allow the party to form first before he makes any decisions.
Absolutely. We've got some opportunities opening up already. We have the ST and the double agent together. There's a half printable drink. Let's see what Human Kirby decides to do. He's taking control.
Over towards a painting pad here. Already a highlight giving out to AIs for inspecting statues from Alexare. Human Kirby decides to step into a very full conversation with our seduction target and hits a green test flirt, putting us up to 51%.
Looking good here. Probably we'll stay here and wait for this flirt. Oh, the ST leaves. We can probably get our flirt done. Maybe we can go chase at the green bookshelf. Looking good, though, for Kirby so far.
Waiter offering us a drink. Let's see if Human Kirby is tempted by the Purloin advance. Currently, we're ignoring Toby. Might be a little bit hard to see that we're the ones being offered a drink here. And Toby actually gives up. So, very minor hardtail given over to our sniper. Toby only gives up if you kind of wait over 10 seconds with when he offers a drink.
Yeah, it looks like Alexare not on top of it, though. So, looks like we're going to catch a break here this time. Now we're getting a book. Maybe we'll do the microfilm here. We've been delayed a little bit, so we might need to do some mission progress.
Taking the book with us, stepping into our conversation with our ST. Nice and close, another green test here. Likely to hit us up to 100%, but unfortunately is only a white test for 85%. I guess the benefit is that now from anywhere in the conversation, we will be able to hit a flirt, and it will be able to get us up to 100%, so locking in a 3 flirt possibility. But like you mentioned, 1.5 minutes left on the clock, and we only have partial mission progress. Here comes that contact of the double agent. Only one that could be real. That's really unfortunate for us.
Wow.
No one else in the party could have done a real contact.
No highlights or lowlights coming out from Alexare, though. I think this is a huge missed opportunity. I would definitely consider highlighting the people that had a real BB here. And wow, the pillar perfectly blocks the microphone too. This is excellent for Human Kirby. He just needs a hardtail microphone, seduce, and then one other mission.
We are running out of time potentially. Maybe we're going to bug the ambassador as we go into blue. Oh, we do. Yep, there's the bug. Sniper Cam didn't pick it up.
Wow, that was a huge miss. This looks really good now. And the arm's gonna block the, yeah, the arm was covered in the ambassador there, not really noticed. This is really good now. Tables have turned for Human Kirby. All he needs is one flirt and 30 seconds to go. Can he get it?
Big question is, can he get it? Here comes the flirt possibility. Alexare zooming in on the guest list as it happens. This is looking like it's going to be a fairly clean spy win coming out for Human Kirby. A huge opportunity in this Summer Cup match, going up 1-0 on your first spy game.
That's a great way to start. Mostly there, just a missed opportunity from Alexare not paying attention to the bug and not highlighting for the only real BB. If he had done either of those, maybe he catches either of those hardtails there. Nice play by Kirby, though, getting away with it.
That's the thing. Kirby took the opportunities and, you know, got away with them. Definitely didn't put himself in a position where he would be forced to time out. So huge opportunistic play. The microfilm, first one was so nicely positioned. Alexare couldn't see that whatsoever. The second one and the bug definitely was visible on Sniper Cam, but if you're not looking for it, it's practically invisible. That's where Human Kirby takes the lead. Let's see if, as we jump into the second game, maybe the tides will turn. It could just be a case of spy play here in Group C, I believe it is. Yep. Alexare playing... whoa, I put the score up to 13. That's wrong. Alexare playing Duke here for his spy game on Ballroom in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Unlike Human Kirby, we immediately take control. Looks like we're going to get a nice flirt here. This is a really good position, too. We're covered by the pillar. Maybe this is a good spot for a bug if the ambassador comes by us. Let's see what Alexare wants to do, though.
Yeah, I love this spot for a bug, especially when the ambassador goes across from the left side of the ballroom to the right side as we currently see it on the screen. But the flirt does come through, 34%. Alexare watching that ambassador. It can be tempting to bug if the ambassador was to come past us now, but would be very visible on the sniper cam. Yarn pretty much reaches out across it. Going into a side statue though, looking to pick up a inspect. Side statues or middle statues? What's your preference, Yish?
At this point in the game, I think side statues are reasonable, and I think if Alexare does not know... Oh, there he goes. The highlights for the inspects come out. This kind of hurts if you want to do hardtails like microfilm right here, but I think if you just want to get all softtails done, getting inspects done early is nice. The highlight can sometimes blend in, especially since the side statue highlight is the weakest highlight in the game.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's just a case of, hey, this guy has half inspects done. Back in week 8 of the SCL Challenger Swiss Division, Alexare and Human Kirby did play each other, tying 6-6. That's pretty interesting. You have to imagine both these players looking to try and get the one up on each other, really prove that they deserved a win back then. They played a lot of the maps that we'll see tonight. Or I say that. They could have played a lot of the maps that we saw tonight. Instead, they only played Courtyard. Courtyard was a map that favored Human Kirby, which will be the next map we see. Could be signs to come, maybe. Wow, Alexare straight over towards the blue bookshelf, trying to directly transfer. Does get shot for it. Kirby all over that.
Yeah, tough call there. When your highlight, microfilm, and purloin and bug become extremely difficult. So if your game plan is to go for one of those missions, probably not going for early inspect is the best option. If he had chosen to return, maybe he hits neutral it and then he can try to do one of those hardtails. I would have maybe just waited a little bit longer, try to get those softtails done. You still had 1:30 left, but nice catch by Human Kirby.
Yeah, and looking at the sniper log as well, you can see just now he goes to mark the book green. So it was very much on top of the book color there, as proven by the shot as well. Kicking things over to Courtyard, like mentioned, last time these guys played Courtyard, it went 3-1 in favor of Human Kirby. Maybe this is the time for Alexare to strike back, get some revenge. We'll have to find out. Human Kirby playing Plane Twin here on the Courtyard, kicking things off in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Taking over from the AI control a little bit quicker in this game here, Yeesh. Sees the opportunity for potentially a bug, but the ambassador is going to move away from us.
And we just reject the drink as well, so no early purloins. Probably just going to slow play this. Last time we did not go to statues early. We'll see what Human Kirby decides to do here. Looks like he's going to go chase that flirt.
Yeah, we are stepping into statues here. Going to pick it up first, then start our inspects up. Seduction target is putting the statue down. Potentially we're going to miss the chance to flirt here. Yeah, we absolutely are.
That's a huge miss.
Yeah. Bit of an etiquette break as we put it down, but on Courtyard you can afford them, especially when the sniper laser is on the other side of it. Stepping into our conversation, we will start flirting. 30% white test puts us in a slightly awkward position. We kind of require a green test if we're going to be able to 3 flirt here.
Right. We do have some opportunities here, though. Oh, we go for this bug. Not even noticed. That is huge. That is a really big hard tell, especially when you're highlight. I think there's a really good chance Human Kirby gets away with this now. That was an excellent catch. Sometimes when you're highlight, it's really difficult to get away with those hard tells, but what a nice play there, exploiting the sniper's positioning.
Something you have to do on Courtyard, especially if the laser lag allows for it, is try and find those windows of opportunity, and Human Kirby definitely did it. You always have to wonder how suspicious Alexare considers this, though. Maybe they feel like they did miss a bug and credit it, almost infer that it happened, but the rest of the party maybe also give us some ways out. Only ourselves, our seduction target, and Kane have highlights so far, so it's been a pretty quiet party as far as statue visitors go. Here we go, looking for a contact here.
Looking at the spy's cam, he didn't really look around to see who was in conversation. He was just sort of focused on the BB. There's a few highlights that were out, and the other SDA was also out, so kind of shining the light on the only guy that's suspicious.
Yeah,
Alexare picking up on his last mistake, they really correcting it this time, taking advantage of Human Kirby's bad BB.
Yeah, and I think for Alexare, it was an implied bug there. Just kind of assumed that as they rotated around the courtyard and missed Human Kirby entering statues, that the bug could have happened. We kind of see like a rotation onto Human Kirby, even though he's high-lit. And like you mentioned, the timing of the contact as well. Seemingly, really only one person would be likely to have done that, with Teal outside of conversation, the SDA out of sight of conversation, and Kane here being in that conversation for quite some time, and not really in a position to flirt. If you're going to take a very presumptuous shot, then Human Kirby, pretty high percentage shot, comes up clean for Alexare. Now, a chance to spy and potentially bring this series back to tied. We'll have to see if Human Kirby can hold him off here. Playing Cowboy, 3, 2, 1, playing it.
That was a huge comeback by Alexare there. Now let's see how he can perform on the spy side. Gonna look to tie. Looks like he's got an early conversation with the DA. Not really a great time to BB, though.
Couple people out. You're going to knock out early statue visitors as well. Chobi's offering us a drink. Looks like he gave up again. This is the second time we've had a way to give up. But again, seemingly like it's gone away fairly cleanly.
Yeah, seeing both snipers miss the waiter giving up on them makes me think that they're not going to be watching etiquette that closely. It's going to be... Oh, there we go. BB split there.
Only just like looking for a seduction target. Yeah.
Yeah, looking. Got a chase here. This seems good. We got 2 minutes left. Even though we white test here, we still have potential to do missions, and we're not highlight yet, so our options are still wide open.
It'd be really interesting to see if any of those potential lowlights may have come back to haunt us. We'd have to go back and see if there were any. Seduction targets. Walking away goes to statues. There's an opportunity to flirt at statues if we wish to. But Alexare not taking it just now. Instead...
Yet again, we missed... there was a no talk there. So I think it's very safe to say now that both of these snipers are not going to care about etiquette too much. It's going to be about how... if the spy can get through hard tells. Not going to matter too much about how pathing or etiquette is concerned.
Rejecting the waiter. Alexare now looking towards our seduction target. Going to step into the conversation by ourselves with them. 1:20 left on the clock. Do have time to finish this game, but obviously we require hardtail to get past the sniper. It's a little bit too late to be thinking about fingerprints.
Yep, but Bug Swap and Purloin all on the table, and there's certainly good options here. I think maybe we go Inspect and then hardtail into Bug or Swap. Maybe we swap here even.
Stepping into statues. So far, hasn't been seen. There's a swap coming out through from Alexare. Human Kirby just needs to rotate around and maybe he sees it. But, Human Kirby's not doing that. Hasn't even seen that Cowboy's at statues just yet. Maybe as he steps away, we check the statue. Yep, we will. Now we see that the statue's potentially being swapped. Do we remember it? Definitely swap.
Look like we
Flirt.
even noticed it.
8 seconds left on the mission win.
Looks so casual. I don't even think he noticed the swap. He's just so casually rotated. I don't think he was prepared for that.
Not at all. Wow, Alexare getting away with murder with that swap there. Obviously a chance for Human Kirby to have spotted that as well as he made the large rotation around the statues as Alexare stepped away from it. But if you misremember statues or if you just don't look towards it, then that's the game won. Alexare brings it back to 2-2, and now we move on to Library to see if one of these opponents can take the lead. Alexare, you could say, has momentum somewhat in this series. We'll have to see if that's enough to hold on to anything. Human Kirby stepping on to the Library as small man here, kicking things off in 3, 2, 1.
One moment. Can you pause?
1 moment. I can.
My game is not loaded in yet. All right, now I'm good. Sorry about that.
No
Ready
worries.
when you are.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Here we go. Human Kirby as small man, making a path towards our ambassador. We try to bug, doesn't connect, but it's completely off sniper cam, so no harm, no foul.
With Smallman, you can get away with murder, so especially on Library, let's see what Human Kirby is up to.
Bit of a flirt here. 51%, nice little green test. Gotta love it. Now, Human Kirby, you have to see how aggressively you want to play on Library. It's a map that you can really exploit the sniper cam on. Library, a map where the sniper really only has view of 1/3 of the party at a time. It has to constantly rotate as you see on your screen to be able to keep up with the rest of it. Human Kirby going to step into a side statue here, picking up the Falcon for a couple of inspects. I have to see if anything else does come through from it, though.
Not a huge fan of inspects this early, especially since you are going to need a hardtail on this map. But we'll see what Human Kirby has in mind. Gonna be tough though, especially since we're highlighted to get away with any other hardtails at this point. Gonna have to exploit the sniper's positioning. Looks like the rotations are pretty good from Alexare too. He's definitely covering all sides of the map, keeping a good eye on Purloin, so I think that mission in particular would be difficult for Human Kirby to get away with.
Yeah, no, I definitely do see that Alexare is constantly stepping through different sides of the map, keeping an eye on pretty much everything you can keep an eye on. There's the bug, though. Oh, and Alexare was not looking at it, was focusing in on the guest list from Toby. Completely invisible as far as a Human Kirby is concerned.
Excellent timing there, and he had the pillar to hide it, even if Alexare was looking at it, that was going to be difficult to see. That was a great risk. Nice job by Human Kirby.
Bug completed. One of the hardtails out of the way. If we don't find any fingerprints soon, then maybe we struggle to mission complete still on Library. But we're stepping in to middle statue to pick up another set of inspects. I'm gonna double cycle this because we hit a red test, unfortunately. Human Kirby now done with inspects. 2 missions done in 2 minutes. Flirt at 78%. Doing all right.
Yep, we go over here to idle for a little bit, especially since our ST is at statues, and we don't really know what to do yet. I wonder if Human Kirby has a plan here. He's got 1:30. Maybe we seduce, contact, swap. I think that's probably our best option. As Smallman, microfilm is usually a pretty decent option too, but let's see what Human Kirby wants to do.
There are 9-ish highlights on screen, and all of them are pretty much in this conversation with the double agent. You have to think that Alexare is putting a lot of attention over to this left side. Here comes the Purloin. Oh, it's a small man Purloin as well. White test and a bullet to the head. Alexare very confident in that shot, putting in the series in his favor, 3-2.
I'm pretty impressed with that shot, especially since Twin just rejected. that he was 100% sure on that fade if it was a green. Um, but really nice catch. I guess he was pretty suspicious of the middle inspects there.
Yeah, no, that definitely could have it. Does swing around just to see the fade. Potentially
Yeah, it
because
looks
of how
like it
slow
was this.
the white fade is as well. You see the back end of a white fade. I think you potentially feel a little bit more confident that the back end of the white fade is indeed white, other than being green. Sometimes I assume if I missed the fade entirely, that it was probably a green. You definitely knew that the twin had rejected it. Either way, it's a great shot, and Alexare now with a chance to break serve, as it would be playing Alice here on Library, one of my favorite characters for this map. Let's kick it off in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Human Kirby had such a strong start, and even I think he was playing controlled spy there, but getting shot there for a purloin that maybe was a missed opportunity after that clean bug. Hopefully, Human Kirby can maintain his composure, play some good sniper.
Alexare going to step over to the conversation with our seduction target. Look to kick things off with a compulsory flirt here. 34% white test for Alexare. This is where things start to differ from spy play to spy play. You can see the ambassador and Toby pretty much grouped up. Maybe not what we want. Toby's actually going to come over to us as well. Alexare going to start up a fake banana bread, but the SDA just stepped into our conversation. Maybe we're looking to purloin here based on the circumstances. Yeah, there it is. A white test purloin takes the drink and the guest list. Alexare's Human Kirby's currently getting lowlights and looking very much over towards the ambassador on the right side of the map. And as that happens, Alexare gulps a drink and gets out of dodge. I think this purloin's free.
Absolutely. Looked like we were about to catch it, but then we purloined a half second later, and the sniper already swiveled away at that point. So looks like we get away with this one free. We probably will have to BB again, but that's a pretty low cost, especially since we got purloin done.
And I think this is just now Human Kirby noticing that the purloin has gone through. Yep, here we go. Lowlights on the right-hand side of the map, converting some of our highlights to lowlights. Good intuition there from Human Kirby. Potentially we're going to play from behind this entire game. Alexare, though, looking for another flirt, but unfortunately the seduction target does leave the blue bookshelf, and so we're not going to quite hit it there. Maybe now with the book we can look for another hardtail.
Yep, I think it's good instinct that we're not highlight yet for that purloin. So I think this is a pretty wise decision taking the book. We still have 2 minutes. Maybe we dump this at 1 minute. Microfilm, seduce, contact, bug. Seems like a pretty solid game plan to me. Looks like
Wow.
he's going to try for this microfilm quick.
Yeah, just dumps it straight in the yellow bookshelf, steps straight into middle statues looking for our inspects. Alexare considers the fact that we've got away with the purloin, maybe we can get away with the game. First inspect is a white test. We need a green to make it a 3 cycle, to avoid a 3 cycle, sorry, which is a hard tell. AIs don't really do that, but we are going to just commit to it. 3 white tests and a 3 animation cycle at statues. Human Kirby doesn't seem to be too bothered by it. Keeping with your prediction that etiquette not really going to be a big deal in this series.
Well, we went straight into those middle inspects, and then maybe this contact will kill us. It'll be a late game BB. I assume seduce BB is the plan. I doubt we want to try to swap here, especially with BB still on the table. Good play from Alex there. Almost caught by Human Kirby. I thought he was suspicious, especially with that 3 bookcase there, but we'll see if he can make a clutch shot here. He's really far behind.
Yeah, super far behind. Seemingly the only way you come back into this game is a BB, though Toby is offering to us and gave up once more. Oh boy. The third of the series, clearly. Poor Toby. All he wants to do is offer you tasty drinks at this spy party. Here we go. Into the conversation with the double agent. It's a moment of truth, really, for Alexare, if you can get away with it. Real contact started. A white test going to talk through it. Mission win countdown started. Low light's been taken by Human Kirby. A stop talk comes through from Alexare, but there's no indication that Human is ready to shoot. And that's going to be the spy win for Alexare, taking the map, sweeping library, putting us up to 4-2.
I mean, that was just outstanding play. I think that's some classic library there, getting with that free purloin with the BB to distract, and then the second BB to fall to win at the very end, the real BB. Just maybe not the game sense from Human Kirby thinking that there was a good time to shoot there, but nonetheless, Alexare pulling up 4-2. It's gonna be really tough for Human Kirby to come back. He has to sweep this map in order to tie.
Yeah, that's really true. Only play 4 maps here in the Summer Cup. We've already seen 3 of them. Now it's time to head over to the pub, see what is being served at the Irene Older. Human Kirby spying first, as Irish needs a win here to stay in position to tie up this series. In the Summer Cup, we play all matches, despite someone hitting a point where no one else can come back. At this point, Alexare has locked in a tie, but clearly with a sniper win could just take the series in his favor. That's definitely what you want to look to do. Definitely an uphill struggle here for Human Kirby, as Irish in 3, 2, 1 playing it.
Human Kirby, I also believe, lost his first match, so this would be huge. If he can tie, then he still has a chance to make it out of his groups, but a loss here is going to make it really difficult. Looks like he's starting out in just an idle conversation. We've seen this opener from Human Kirby a few times, starting off idle and then making his plan throughout the game as it progresses.
Production target in conversation with us. It's a white test for 34%. Also the double agent and the ambassador here as well, which is pretty tasty. But unfortunately, the ambassador will step out. Double agent's still a possibility. Looking at the bar as well, there's only 3 people in the bar. One of them is an SDA. We don't know that though, but the other has got a statue highlight. Maybe something that we want to avoid knocking out this early.
Right. And so far, these past 2 games, Human Kirby's had the most difficulty to spy with BB, so focusing on that, I think, will be his key to success. His other missions have been flawless, but if his BB can improve here, I think he has a very good shot to win the spy. This BB, actually, not too bad at all.
This is a great BB. We've got 2 highlights in conversations with suspected double agents, and we're going to just exit out and look to potentially get a hardtail of our own, popping past the ambassador. Maybe we look for the briefcase fingerprint, or just a fingerprint from the bar.
We might try to even frame here. This could be a delegate from a leopard. This could be a huge frame. Let's see if Human Kirby decides what to do.
Alrighty. Going to be a delegate option selected, so we're not going to frame the purloin from Rocker. We have 60 seconds, starting now, to try and get this guest list purloined. Kind of pathing awkwardly onto the window pad with the ambassador there.
Wonky path, but not noticed.
Very long
range
flirt.
And now we need a green to finish. This is going to be tough, but I think it's certainly doable. The Emba's in a pretty buggable position, so I think a purloin could be a good opportunity. Since I think Alexare is probably going to be staring down this bug all day. Yep. And there we go.
Walt sent to the bar to take a drink. He's got another 20 seconds to do so definitely going to be able to take the guest list here. This is the moment of truth, really, as a spy, whether you get away with this or not, if you pick up a highlight as well. Ambassador steps in next to us as well. Guest list has been purloined. We bug the ambassador whilst it's all going on. 2 hardtails on pub. Human Kirby going hard or going home. 1 minute left on the clock.
That was perfect timing. That was a really great decision. I think you take that opportunity there, and the shot comes off. That was really great. Using the purloin to distract with the bug. That was amazing. I've been really impressed with Human Kirby's spy play here. Even though he doesn't have that many games, the spy play has definitely been pretty crisp.
And you can see it was obviously Walt at the bar taking the guest list here. Very much on the radar of Alexare, staring him down, knowing he was the one to have taken it. You can see him just kind of looking at the top side of his screen, the little rotation of the cursor over towards Walt as it happens. But what you're not seeing is, of course, this bug happening as the pet guest list does get purloined. Huge opportunistic play there from Human Kirby, really using the distraction of that guest list fading away. And I think that even if the shot hadn't came through onto Walt as it did from Alexare, quite potentially was going to be a spy win nonetheless for Human Kirby. Now with a chance to tie things up 4 apiece on the sniper side, Human Kirby trying to bounce back into this series and call it tie. Alice once more for Alexare here on pub. Let's see how it does unfold in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Looks like we're starting off with the Human Kirby. This Human Kirby opener, starting with an idle. Looks like we're probably going to leave soon, though, considering how Alexare has been playing this.
Yep. Straight out of the conversation. Ignores animation etiquette in its whole heart, but as we've clearly witnessed throughout the series. It hasn't been a thing to worry about. And that's the one thing that I would say from both these players so far, is that the thoughtfulness of the spy play, the way they kind of approach the game, pretty good. Just a couple of mechanical things really that needs to be cleaned up, but that comes with experience. Unfortunately for Alexare though, a red flirt pushing small men out of the conversation means there's no progress there. We are going to step over towards the statue set though, look to pick up our inspect. I wonder if we go for anything more than that. Swap here would be pretty crazy.
Indeed. I think we lost the one game earlier on Ballroom because we inspected early, so inspecting early does not seem that promising to me, especially against maybe some newer players. I like trying to avoid the highlight for as long as possible. Try to get those hard tells done before I do my soft tells.
Beginning with the flirt at the window pad. Alexare now going to the bar, looking to try and get some more mission progress going. Unless we walk away. Toby's going to offer us a drink. I don't think you can really ignore Toby here at the bar. I mean, you could, technically, but it would be a very wrong and purposeful decision. There's the delegate coming through.
That would be a very interesting decision to ignore Toby for 10 seconds at the pub. I think it would be an unseen maneuver.
just stand there. Enjoy your staring contest with Toby. I don't know if he gives up.
I actually don't even know if Toby gives up if you stand there that long. I don't even know.
Oh boy, okay, there we go. Delegate over to small men. Alexare going to stop the talk. Oh, we're contacting as well, which means that small men will get low lit for being in the bar. You have to be in a conversation circle to contact the double agent, real or fake. And Alexare with the delegate potentially could get away with it.
This is such a classic play, though. You see this delegate maneuver all the time, BB into delegate. And especially with the bail, as the purling goes off, is this noticed? This is such a classic common play, but let's see how Human Kirby reacts.
Yeah, the guest list is definitely gone. I think Human Kirby knows that. Can he figure out who was one to send Small Man? And does he believe that Small Man was 100% in the bar when the contact happened? We know the fact is that he was. Oh, the sniper safety comes off. He's lining up a shot, but decides against it, going for a statue shot instead, doubting himself at the last second. And Alexare will win that spy game, taking the series 5-3.
The 50-50 there, tough call. That shot just comes down to experience and being in the situation before. This purling situation on pub happens all the time. So once you've seen it once, you've seen it. Like, you're really prepared for it, but Human Kirby just not quite sure of himself which conversation Smallman came from, and takes the wrong shot. Good timing though, because looks like Alexare was just about to finish.
Yeah, no, that's true. The finish would have come soon. As far as timing is concerned, definitely on top of timing. And honestly, you know, when you think about the possibilities here, it makes sense quite possibly. But how did we get a highlight is the question for this twin. It looks like it was a fingerprint on the ambassador, quite possibly. No? Am I misseeing things? No, this highlight was for something else. For statue visit. So yeah,
statue visit early. So I don't know about the shot there. Then looking back at it, not 100%. I think the other twin was highlight at some point though. Might have gotten no, he wasn't, but might have gotten things mixed up between the twins. That can certainly happen. You think one twin's done something, and then you give credit to the other twin for doing it. Could have certainly gotten mixed up there.
Yeah, so I know a lot of players, especially in Challenger, tend to kind of follow a highlighting strategy where they keep one twin highlighted and the other neutral, and kind of just remember what the neutral's done, and it's kind of more of a mental highlight for the other twin. Just so if you can't tell them apart on a quick glance, then sometimes you use differing highlights to tell them apart. But yeah, considering the fact that Bling Twin, the AI that did get shot at the statue at the end, had already visited the statue, that's definitely a misremember of missions done. So close to success as well. There was multiple times where the safety came off and it looked like it was going to be Alice shot. But Human Code doubting himself at the last minute. Or last second.
That was very, very close. I was really impressed with everybody's play, honestly. I think Human Kirby played a little bit better as spy, but just made some crucial mistakes involving BB. And then Alexare just being able to capitalize in those clutch situations. Maybe not playing the cleanest spy, but definitely being able to clutch it out when it came down to the wire.
Definitely. Well, that's our first matchup tonight completed. Human Kirby losing their first game of the group stages to Alexare in round 1 of the Summer Cup group stages. Moving over to Group D, we've got a pretty exciting matchup. It's going to be